Hey everybody, it's Renee here, coming to you, bringing you a video of different projects I've made over the years, and these are a bunch of different things. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to show you is this small canvas, and I made this at CKU 2006 with Donna Downey. And this is actually a three-parter, but this is the piece I kept. The other ones I didn't keep, but I really like this, and I have this on display in my art studio. What we used is, this was back in the day, so you're thinking this is 15 years ago we did this. We used old phone books. So we put them onto the back, and we used something similar to what you could use now as like a gel matte medium. Put that on there. And then we just painted over top with an acrylic paint. And we put these awesome Heidi Swapp acetate letters. So we put those on there. And then these are our rub-ons. And look how cool that looks. We edged the outside edge with a little bit darker, almost like a burnt umber color. And that's our finished creation. And this is something a lot of people make even still today. So it's kind of fascinating that this was created 15 years ago. So there's that one. Next one I'm going to show you, and I've noticed these are starting to make a comeback, they're coming back out, are the bottle caps. These ones were from Maya Road from way back in the day, and I will show you what I did with mine. And there's so many more things you can do with these now that we didn't have back then. So I had these on display. These were felt letters, and I used glossy accents in all of these, which I recommend using glossy accents if you're putting something in them. You could do many different things with these. Depending on the size, you could put pictures in there, you could put papers, whatever you wanted. You could just circle punch it and pop it in there. And there's a little bling in the middle of the flower. This one, I just put a clock in it. I was going for a theme. This one is just my husband and I's names on a piece of paper. Our family. This one, these were KI memories, I believe, which isn't around anymore. And these were like kind of epoxy circles with something in them. So I put those in there. And there's so many more things you could do now. This was just a star I drew. And then here's another star, or another flower. And then I did my name. And these were with metal letters. So I did that. There's so many different things you can do with these bottle caps. And I know I've seen many in stores lately. This is just one idea. And all you need is some glossy accents. You put your item in there. Put the glossy accents, or you can put a little bit of glossy accents, then your item, and then more glossy accents. You don't need a ton, as you'll notice with this. It's only maybe half full, depending on the height, I guess, of what you're putting in there. But my stuff was all pretty flat, as long as your item is covered. And then what I normally did around the top was just kind of go around with a toothpick and try and get the bubbles out as best as you can. So that is one item. And back in the day, these came in this cool swanky tin from Maya Road, but I think they come in just packages now. So that is one thing you could do, because they do have those back. Back in the day, again, and I don't know if people are still doing this, but we did things called circle journals. So this was a circle journal that I created, and I'm going to show you another one. I have a couple. But what it is, for those of you who have never done one, is you create your own themed item, and some people will have a theme. Everybody has to do the same theme. The ones I was in, we had our own theme. My theme was my happiness, and it had to be something that it brings joy to you, and it can't include your animals or your husband or your kids, because back then we all had little kids and everybody would say that. So basically you signed in, you signed your name, people signed in, and you had instructions. So you had your instruction sheet, and then people went in and did their thing. So this girl moved away, so she couldn't do it. But this was all the people that took part. Same thing, this one got lost in transition. So not everybody wound up completing it. But this was my page. So you had a double page layout where you could create whatever you wanted to. This was the next person's. That was the next person's, and it didn't have to have a picture. That was the next one. That one. This one. This had to be put in here as well, but she ran out of room. And then so forth. So, and I just added some more stuff in the back for me, because that also brought me happiness, but that was not supposed to be part of the book. The other one I did, and this is, again, a circle journal. This is, who is this girl? So basically I wanted to know, who are you? And this is a giant letter, glitter letter, that Making Memories used to put out. So this is, again, your introduction, and basically it's your rules. Everybody had to sign in and when they did it. So we had 2007, the last person did theirs in 2009. So this is my page. This is my friend Janice. And so forth. So you have people doing a bunch of different pages. And it's very neat how everybody did them. They're very different. And just, who are you? And what is it that makes you you? And that's it. So it's kind of neat because you get everybody else's different scrapbooking styles and you get to know your friends better. So that is one option. This one, back in the day, I taught this as well. This was a coffee filter book. And these are just with those old-fashioned coffee filters. You can also do them with the bigger, the rounded coffee filters. And I also made paper bag books. So most of those I give away as gifts, but those are also options. So with these all were tags that were like clothing tags that were big back in the day. I just put pictures there and I put rub-ons. So this is a little book of my daughter and I when she was little. And it's just kind of like a little book for her. Little diva, which she was. And that's all it is. It's just like cut, basically you traced the cardstock to match that and you adorned it. And that's it, with a little bit of fibers from Basic Gray and a flower. This last one I did a few years back. This is with a Prima Traveler's Notebook cover, and I did it completely different than Traveler's Notebook style, I guess. But you can do whatever. I love these. I want to get myself another one. But these were just different little cards. And I put some Tim Holtz people in here. And this is just like a happy book. Everything I like is just happy. So I got very happy colors. I love bright colors and things that make me happy. So I made my own papers, and these are just computer paper that I sprayed with Dylusion's shimmer spray. There's a few different colors, and then I put different things on them. This is a Making Memories paper. It's vintage because I love vintage. And yeah, it's kind of a pull-out and a pocket. We went to Newfoundland. That was a fun trip, my husband and I. And same thing, like these are just all papers I made, or just papers that bring me happiness. Peggy's Cove, that brings me happiness. The mountains in here in Alberta. This is a transparency, again with vintage. So this is something you could do. And again, this is like a Traveler's Notebook cover, but you don't have to use it for Traveler's Notebook. Which, I mean, for those of you who watch my videos, you know I do Traveler's Notebook, but I didn't in this case. Again, some transparencies. That is the lighthouse. I believe that's Cape Spear in Newfoundland. So, yeah, it's just a bunch of different things. Nova Scotia, New Brunswick. And then in here, I didn't put anything, but I was going to put some tags and different little trinkets, or even, you know, if it's a travel trip, some of your receipts, whatever you might want to do. So there's that. So these are also some different ways you can create different projects or gifts for people. And even though these might be older projects, these are still very relevant today. People are still making things like this and actually this was like way ahead of its time, and still making things like this as well as these. And it'd be neat to see people get back into circle journals because they're a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Check out my other videos and don't forget to subscribe, and check out all my links down below for my other social media. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have a great day.